All right. So good morning, everyone, to all our viewers who's tuning in with us this morning. Thank you very much for all your support and continuously tuning us with our program here in Naturopaths in Manila. So today we have a very exciting moment and experience again. But before I get too excited, let me call on my co-host with me to greet everyone, of course, and also to introduce our very special guest this morning. Yes, Pink.
Yes, good morning to everyone. Good afternoon and good evening. Of course, we have viewers from all over the world. So it's just really, really good and great and better if we just greet them in all aspects. And of course, thank you so much again. We are so grateful to be sharing everything, hosting this meditation with our master. And for today, again, we're having one of the eight remaining masters of Arhatic Yoga and Pranic Healing. And he is Master Danny Gorgonia. And let's all welcome Master Danny. Yes.
Yes.
Good morning, Master.
Good morning.
Good morning, Master Danny. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
We're all good,
We're
Master.
all good, Master.
Yes, Master. I believe everyone is really looking forward for this as we first announced this to our program that you're going to be at least every month to be with us to always share blessing as you facilitate this wonderful healing and blessing of this meditation for peace. So could you tell us more about this as for especially for those first timers now that who have tuned in with us, and then how is it so important that if we do this master, especially we are ushering the full moon meditation. We are actually in the full moon week, Master Danny. So I believe you have so
Okay.
much to share for us.
Okay. Good morning to everyone who's listening today, or might be early morning for some of you. Now, the prayer for peace is more popularly known as the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. And the reason why this prayer was associated with Saint Francis of Assisi, it's not because he wrote it; he did not write it. It's because the prayer was attached to the back of a card. On the front of the card was the picture of Saint Francis. So on the back, it's usually blank. They printed this prayer. This was in sometime in 1918, which is coincidentally that was the start of the Spanish flu pandemic.
Okay.
And that was also the height of World War One. So there were global calamities happening when the prayer was introduced. It was originally called a beautiful prayer to say during Mass. Very long title. This was back in 1912. So years earlier pa, when this prayer came out. But it was in 1918 that it was called Prayer for Peace. For obvious reasons, because they're in the middle of the war in Europe and it was released in France. So the original prayer is in French. and obviously they wanted peace because it was a world war going on. And by November of 1918, that's when World War One ended. So if you want to dream big, you could say because of the prayer, World War One ended. But anyway, now nowadays the prayer for peace is more popularly known as the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi because the words of the prayer sort of exemplify or demonstrate how Saint Francis would have lived his life. You know, giving love instead of hatred, forgiving instead of getting even, bringing harmony instead of discord. That's exactly how Saint Francis would have lived his life were he still around. So now, how did this meditation that we're doing today, how did this come about? Well, we have Grandmaster Chokutsu, the founder of modern pranic healing. We have him to thank for it. He's the inspiration of all of this because he came up with the meditation on the Lord's Prayer, where each phrase of the Lord's Prayer would correspond to a chakra. And by the time you finish the Lord's Prayer, you have gone through all your chakras several times even. So that thought was planted in the minds of many students, myself included. And when it came time to do some study, sometimes when you're stuck in the airport, for example, waiting for your flight, these thoughts come to you that, oh, Saint Francis of Assisi, the prayer, what if each phrase might also correspond to a chakra? So that's how it started. So some of the phrases are pretty obvious, like when you say, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. The word peace, for those of you who have some background on pranic healing and the explanations about the chakras, then you will know that peace is associated with the divine peace, is associated with the crown chakra. And inner peace, that which you feel when you're calm inside, is associated with your heart chakra. So obviously, the first line, Lord, make me the instrument of your peace, would be associated with the crown and with the heart. So if you have been doing the meditation on Twin Hearts by Grandmaster Choku, so if you've been doing it for some time now, then this meditation will come easy to you. So that's why I always tell people, you do Twin Hearts, so you get used to concentrating on your chakras. Then you can do meditation on the prayer for peace. Although, of course, it's still okay for people with no background in pranic healing to come and do this. It's still okay. It's relatively easy to follow. Now, the next lines in the prayer, where there's hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is discord, harmony. Love, forgiveness, and harmony are also associated with the heart. So that's why for these three lines, you concentrate on your heart. Then the next line, in the original French version, you have, where there is falsehood, let me bring truth. Now, this one is not so easy to decipher unless you have some background on the chakras. This is where it's really advisable to take up some of the pranic healing courses offered by Grandmaster Chokutsu's school, because it's the school which I find gives a very thorough description of the functions of all the chakras. So the throat chakra is associated with creativity, and it's associated with detailed thinking. When you sift through all the false information in order to extract the truth, you're using actually your throat chakra. So where there is falsehood, let me bring truth, let me offer the truth. It's only then that you realize, okay, the chakra that's appropriate, that will be the corresponding one for this phrase is the throat chakra. So it's more easily understandable when you have that background. You see, chakras, they have not just biological or physiological functions. Chakras also have psychological functions. So these are, of course, it's not limited to physiological and psychological. Chakras also even have spiritual functions. But all these are discussed and offered in Grandmaster Choku's courses. So, we cannot go into them in greater detail here. Also, we don't have much time. Now, the next line is where there is doubt, faith. So you concentrate on the ajna, or mid-brow, or the chakra between the two eyebrows. Where there's doubt, faith. Now, why is this phrase associated with ajna? It's because the ajna is connected with willpower, the ability to impose your will on your circumstances, on your surrounding, and sometimes on people. although it's not encouraged. Now, but because of the strength of the will of many people, it prevents them from receiving and being conductive to God's blessings. So when you say faith, faith means do not resist, do not impose your will. Instead, let your will recede into the background to allow the divine blessings to come in. So where there is doubt, that means if you're doubting, you're thinking, you're questioning, you're examining, you're using your will to some extent. So where there is doubt, let there be faith, meaning remove the doubt. Faith means, when you have faith, it means you let go, you say, okay, let God's will, instead of my will, let God's will be done. So that's why the phrase, where there's doubt, faith, corresponds to the ajna. Then the next phrase is, where there is despair, let me offer, or let me bring hope. So the corresponding chakra is the forehead, which is just above the ajna. Now, again, here, to understand why this chakra is the one that corresponds to this phrase, it is helpful to really attend several of Grandmaster Cho's courses, because it is there where your understanding of the chakras grow more vast and deeper. Your understanding is deeper and better. Now, when a person has the forehead chakra developed, they can receive guidance from the inner world. So if the forehead chakra is not developed, there's minimal guidance. If there's minimal guidance, whenever something happens, whenever a tragedy or a crisis happens, many people, they feel despair. Despair means you sort of lose hope. It's like, what can I do? There's nothing to do. You know, people panic. However, if you have inner guidance, when the forehead chakra is developed, you have inner guidance from the inner world, from saints, from angels, from your higher self, from God. When you have inner guidance, you have hope. There will always be what they call the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, it will not be like just a darkness, which is usually what you have when there is despair. No? So where there is despair, let me bring hope. That's the reason why the chakra that corresponds to this phrase would be the forehead chakra, because of the inner guidance that we receive when the forehead chakra is developed. Now, the guidance comes either in the form of intuition, sometimes it comes in the form of a vision. So that's why in some of the higher courses of Grandmaster, you will find out that the forehead chakra is actually associated with the clairvoyance faculty. So that's why you see visions with the forehead chakra. Now, then the next phrase is, where there is darkness, light. So that corresponds to the crown chakra, because divine light, you see the blessings we receive from God come in the form of divine light, divine love, and divine power, among others. No, divine light is connected with intelligence, and it is intelligence that dispels darkness. You see, darkness is synonymous with ignorance. You know, many times when you're not aware of certain things, in English, the expression is, I'm in the dark. You know, I'm not aware of this, I'm in the dark. And then when you ask someone to explain and clarify things, you say, can you shed some light on the subject matter? So you see, darkness and light are associated with ignorance and knowledge and intelligence. No? So since the brain is energized by the crown chakra, then it is appropriate to say that where there is darkness, let me offer light. That phrase should be associated with the crown. Now, then we go to the last phrase, where there is sadness, let me bring joy. Now, the equation is like this. There's happiness and there's sadness, right? That's these are the polar opposites. If you're sad, you're not happy. If you're happy, you're not sad. But here, the equation is happiness sadness and joy. So joy is a higher form than happiness. You know, it's very interesting when you research this. What's the difference between happiness and joy? This may take a little bit, 1 or 2 minutes, but the explanation is like this, which I found really, really good. Happiness is when you win the lottery. Let's say 10 million pesos. That is happiness, okay? But when you work hard and earn 10 million, that is joy. You know, meaning the implication there is joy is more long lasting. It is like, it's something that the moment you have it, it takes a long time for it to go away. Happiness is, it can be there, the next moment it's gone. So that's the difference. So that means joy is slightly higher than happiness. So that means the equivalent sadness of joy is not really sadness. Again, here it is helpful if you attend Grandmaster Cho's courses. Master Cho refers to or uses a term called emptiness. Emptiness is sadness and everything else. Emptiness is when you feel like, what is the meaning of life? What is there to live for? It's like, is this all there is? When you're questioning life as it is, you know, this is very philosophical. But when you start questioning, it's you, the soul, that is actually in search of meaning, in search of fulfillment as a soul, as a spiritual being. And the only thing that can fill up the emptiness or the sadness of the soul is joy, meaning, and joy is associated with the energy coming from heaven, coming from God. So where there is sadness, joy means now you bring divine energy, you allow heavenly energies to come into your life. So if you look at the sequence, going back to the beginning, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace, crown and heart. Okay. Then as you go through the lines of the prayer, you're actually just, it's easy to remember, you're going from heart chakra, then throat, then ajna, then forehead, then crown, then to your soul. Okay. So it's easy to remember you're going up. So it's basically all your chakras from the heart chakra up that gets blessed by the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. Now, obviously, you have other chakras that need to be looked after, basically the chakras below the heart chakra. So you need to complement this prayer with extensive physical exercises that will strengthen your lower chakras. So you are more balanced. You can't just rely on the meditation or the prayer for peace completely. You know, you have to add several more things to it to make it complete. Okay, I hope I hope that's sufficient explanation.
Yes, Master,
Wow.
very informative. Everything that you said, I really appreciate even more this meditation by realizing how it affects us, because while you were saying that our chakras is directly affect the not only the biological or physiological, even the psychological and spiritual, aspect of our life. That's very, very important, Master. And I believe our viewers is also getting more of proper understanding that it's
Yes.
really um how do I say this? People, because there are people, Master, they don't see it, they don't see what
Uh-huh.
is chakras, but it doesn't mean it's not there, and it's not affecting us. The fact that we are really saying that we are swimming in the ocean of energy, and that alone is very, very important that you mentioned that whatever we are actually, when we're doing this meditation, we are really tapping in a main source of the energy that coming from heaven. And it's so very important these days, especially now, Master, we are in the situation
Yes.
of pandemic, right?
Yes.
And it will bring us more joy. And I like the way you explain also, Master, that it's like very practical explanation of the difference between happiness and joy. It's like saying the happiness is just a temporary thing, but the joy is a lasting with, and really can be experienced autopilot, because it's within us. It's the state of our soul. So can you I would just like to share to our viewers that, can you imagine if we regularly meditating the meditation of for peace, this will be the effect on us, and then will translate it now to our life itself. So that is the practicality coming in, right, Master? So that's
Yes.
why now I completely parang what do you call this, um encouraged to keep doing this, because very simple, yet it has a great effect on our practical life, and that is more even important, Master, because that's what we want here in Pranic Healing Master, right? Whatever we do in a spiritual aspect or practices, it should be translated in our practical life, it should be seen in our life, therefore people will get excited or influenced to what we have
Yeah.
or doing in pranic healing. But how about, Master, the importance of this meditation full moon, because we're ushering the full moon,
Yes.
Master. Remember, we are in the full moon week. So how timely that we do this, Master, together with the full moon week. So how is it so important and very valuable now when we do this?
Yes. So the advantage of having learned several things from Grandmaster Chokutsui is that we're able to use these things and apply them in our day-to-day life, and even in other things, including in this particular meditation. So we learned from Grandmaster Chokutsui how to bless the earth, how to use the energy of the meditation of Twin Hearts to bless the earth. And even in the first part of the meditation of Twin Hearts, we bless the earth with the energy of the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. So when we get all the positive things from the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi, the peace, the love, the truthfulness, the faith, the hope, the light, and the joy, we get these positive things from the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. And using the blessing technique, we bless the whole world with these positive things. Then we are able to, in our own small way, we are able to contribute to helping make the world a better place. Of course, it's a little tough. That's why it's better if there are more and more people who would be doing this. And the best times for spreading these positive energies throughout the world would be during the full moon week. That would be the day of the full moon plus the 3 days before and the 3 days after. So you have like 7 days, because during the full moon week, the energy that's coming to the earth is sort of augmented. The sunlight from the sun, the solar energy from the sun coming to the earth is increased by a certain multiple by the energy of the sun that pass through the moon, or that is reflected by the moon onto the earth. So the earth during the full moon week gets energy from the sun, as well as the energy from the sun that is reflected by the moon onto the earth. So because there's a lot more energy on earth, there's a tendency for many things, especially thoughts and emotions, to get magnified. So this is the reason why during full moon, the crazy become crazier. The people who are hyper become more hyper. So that's why when people who are like this, you avoid them during the full moon week, or you have to be in your best behavior, so you don't tick them off. So but the reverse is also true. The positive emotions, when you produce a lot of these positive emotions, these will also get magnified during the full moon week. So that's the reason why the best times during the month to do the meditation on Twin Hearts, to do even this one, the meditation on the prayer for peace, would be during the full moon week, because we are able to spread the positive energies throughout the world with a little bit more energy. So we're able to contribute a little bit more to improving life on earth. And the good thing is, as we give, so shall we receive. So we receive good karma because of this. Meaning we become lucky in our projects, in our business enterprises, in our relationships. We have the good luck to be able to get what we need, sometimes even what we want. So it's going to be full moon in a few days, is it? So we're going to do the meditation at the right time, But we encourage you to continue meditating the next few days, and especially on full moon day and the 3 days after that, if we want to maximize the help that we can give to the world from the comfort of our homes, no? Because we don't have, I mean, that's the magic of blessing. No? You can bless from your meditation room, and your blessings pooled with the blessings of everyone else can go to the whole world. So we hope that in our own small way, we can contribute to hopefully putting a stop to the pandemic so we can all go out and watch movies at the mall again.
Of course, Master. Yes, we are actually doing our part, all of us here. I believe everyone right now is doing their part of sharing how things will turn out better. And this is our part now, Master, sharing the meditation for peace. And we have many who's tuning in with us. I'm seeing a lot of people here saying hi to you, Master. I'm definitely excited to do this meditation because we're so many right now tuning in. So I believe Pink will show the exercise, a very easy to follow exercise, so that we can actually prepare our body and all aspect of our body to be tuned in with
Yes.
this very powerful meditation. Right, Pink? So could you
Yeah.
please easy to follow exercise so that Master Danny, after this exercise, we let our viewers to be in their what we call the receptivity pose. So please play the exercise, and viewers, we really encourage you to follow this simple exercise. It's a very simple exercises so that we can be prepared for this meditation. All right. So I believe everyone is so prepared to do this meditation. But before we really start, may I request everyone to avoid lying down when we do this meditation, because this is so powerful that definitely you will feel so relaxed and you might fall asleep during the meditation. So we don't want that. We want to maximize this energy and this, of course, this experience with Master Danny. And as much as possible, you try to be in your comfortable seated position, meaning when you're seated, if you can manage to straight your back but do not strain, then your feet flat on the floor, and then your hands on top of your lap, and just feel relaxed. Do not no need to strain or constrain your shoulder. Just be relaxed, and then just focus on the words that Master Dan is going to lead us in every praise of this meditation for peace. And then if you want to close your eyes, you can do so. But if you don't like, it's okay. Just focus on one spot in front of you, non-moving object. Is it all right, Master Danny? Are you ready to lead us with this very powerful meditation for peace?
Yes, yes. Okay. Please sit in a comfortable position. Just put your hands on your lap, as Judith mentioned. Now close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. Inhale slowly. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Hold your breath. Exhale. Hold your breath. And breathe normally. Now silently, just mentally, just follow the prayer. We always pray before we meditate. To the Supreme God, dear God, thank you for your great, great blessings. Thank you for guiding us and protecting us throughout our lives. Thank you for guiding and protecting our loved ones, our family members, our friends and relatives. Thank you for blessing us with good health, happiness, and prosperity. To all the saints, to Saint Francis of Assisi, thank you for your blessings. To all the spiritual teachers, my spiritual teacher, Grandmaster Choksui, thank you for your great, great blessings. Let us start with the uh, prayer for peace. Let us say the first line. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Be aware of your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is filled with divine peace. Let these blessings flow down to your heart. Your heart chakra is filled with inner peace. Your whole body is filled with peace. Your entire aura and all your chakras are blessed with divine peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, let me offer pardon. Where there is discord, let me create harmony. Your heart chakra is blessed with love, forgiveness, and harmony. Let all anger, all hatred, all desire for revenge, all tendencies towards disharmony and chaos, let them all be transformed into love, forgiveness, and harmony. Your whole body is filled with love, forgiveness, and harmony. Your entire aura and all your chakras are blessed with love, forgiveness, and harmony. Where there is falsehood, let me offer truth. Be aware of your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is blessed with truthfulness and honesty. Let all falsehood, all tendencies to lie, all tendencies to distort the truth, let them all be disintegrated and be replaced with honesty and truthfulness. Your whole body, your entire aura, and all your chakras are filled with truthfulness and honesty, with discernment, with intelligent evaluation. Now smile at your ajna, the energy center between your eyebrows. Where there is doubt, let me inspire faith. Your ajna chakra is blessed with divine faith, with inner conductivity, with inner strength. Let all doubts, all internal resistance, all selfish pride within ourselves, let them all be disintegrated. Let them all be replaced with inner conductivity, with divine faith, with inner strength. Instead of our selfish will, let it be God's will. Your whole body, your entire aura, and all your chakras are blessed with inner conductivity, with inner strength, with divine faith. Smile at your forehead chakra. Where there is despair, let me offer hope. Your forehead chakra is blessed with hope, with inner guidance, with divine wisdom. Let all despair within our system, all feelings of helplessness and hopelessness, let them all be disintegrated and transmuted into hope, wisdom, and inner guidance. Your whole body, your entire aura, and all your chakras are filled with divine hope, divine wisdom, with inner guidance. Smile at your crown chakra, that's above your head. Where there's darkness, let me bring light. Your crown chakra is blessed with divine light, with divine intelligence. Let divine light flow down into your head, down to your shoulders and arms, down your spine, down your chest and abdomen, down to your hips and legs, down to your feet and toes. Let the darkness of ignorance, intolerance, and prejudices be disintegrated and be replaced with divine light. Let old, obsolete ideas be disintegrated and be replaced with the truth, with divine light. Your whole body, your entire aura, and all your chakras are blessed with divine light and divine intelligence. Imagine you are on your crown chakra and you're looking up to God, to the heavens. Smile. Where there is sadness, let me bring joy. Silently say, I am a child of God. I am a spiritual being. I am the soul, and I am filled with joy. Let all sadness, all feelings of emptiness in my life be disintegrated and transmuted into joy, happiness, and bliss. Your whole body, your entire aura, and all your chakras are filled with joy, happiness, and bliss. Be aware of your whole body. You will go to the second part of the prayer. Just silently follow the prayer. Just say, "Oh, Divine Father, grant that I do not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in self-forgetting that we find, and it is in pardoning that we are pardoned. It is in dying that we are born to everlasting life." Inhale slowly. Be aware of your whole body. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Be aware of the peace, the inner peace. Exhale. Let the inner peace spread throughout your whole body. Silently chant the Om or Amen. Be aware of the peace and the stillness within you. We will now share these feelings of peace, the energies of love, forgiveness, and harmony, the energies of truthfulness, faith, hope, light, and joy. We will share this with the whole world. So please raise your hands in front of you with the palms facing forward. Imagine the planet Earth like it's a small ball in front of you between your hands. Let all the excess energies from our body, from our aura, from our chakras, let all the excess energies be blessed outwards from our hands. Release towards the whole world. You can visualize your country or your city on that part of the world facing you. And just follow the instructions. Let the whole world and every human being be blessed with peace, with love, forgiveness, and harmony. Let the whole world and every human being be blessed with truthfulness and honesty. Let the whole world and every human being be blessed with faith, with hope, with light, and joy. Let the whole world be blessed. Let everyone be blessed. Let the whole world be blessed with peace, with love, forgiveness, and harmony. Let the whole world be blessed with truthfulness and honesty. Let the whole world be blessed with faith, hope, light, and joy. Let the whole world be blessed. Now bring your hands down with your palms facing downwards. Bring your hands down beside your hips. Imagine light from your hands going down into the earth. Imagine also light from the soles of your feet going down into the earth. We will be blessing Mother Earth. Let Mother Earth be blessed with peace, with love, forgiveness, and harmony. Let Mother Earth be blessed with truthfulness and honesty. Let Mother Earth be blessed with faith, hope, light, and joy. Imagine the blessings going down under the ground, under the earth, radiating outwards to your surroundings, to your neighborhood, radiating outwards to the entire city, radiating outwards to the whole country and to the entire world. Let the whole world be blessed. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. You may put your hands back on your lap and let's say a quick Thanksgiving prayer to the Supreme God. Thank you for your great, great blessings to all the saints, especially to Saint Francis of Assisi. Thank you for your great, great blessings to all the angels and archangels, to all the spiritual teachers, especially to Grandmaster Chokutsui. Thank you for the great, great blessings. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Now, if you have that happy, joyful, peaceful feeling within you, let it radiate outwards to your aura, to your room. Fill your room with this positive energy. Let it radiate outwards. Fill your entire house with this positive energy. Smile. Send your smile out 360 degrees around you. Smile to everyone around you, your neighbors. Okay. You may slowly open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed the meditation. Those of you who attended last time, you might notice this is a little bit shorter. We're still trying to find ways to uh, make it easier to do because we realize that it's not easy for many people to sit and meditate for more than 25 minutes. Sometimes it's especially those of us who are busy. So we would appreciate any feedback you can give us. Did you like the previous one or do you like the present one? Let's see which one will work best. Okay, thank you.
Master,
Have a good day.
so much. Yes, Master. Actually receiving feedback already here. More of blissful, happiness, joy, silence. It's actually a perfect what a perfect timing to do this, Master. As you mentioned, it's a full moon week this week, and it's different, Master, for me personally, because when we've done it last month, it's not in full moon week. It's always different in the energy. I feel the subtleness, it's more refined this time, and it's like an autopilot of the state of quietness and stillness is there. I guess because you said, right, Master, when if it's a full moon week, the energy is augmented. It's like autopilot, that the quietness, the stillness is already been so energized. Then when you go through, when you lead us with each chakras, really the feeling of there's a healing happening, but more of the quietness and stillness that I really experience. It's different. For me, it's different now than the last month that we conducted this. It's the same meditation, I believe, Master, but now you made it more compact than last month, right?
Yeah.
As you're saying, you're tuning this meditation to give it more time for the explanation, but nevertheless, Master, the energy, the quality of the energy is even more powerful. That is my personal experience. I don't know with Pink. How about you, Pink?
This one's better for me because the last time I just feel that the energy is too heavy for me last time, and now I was really feeling blissful, and it was so relaxing, and I just feel so happy, so joyful. And my friends are also messaging me right now that they've been um really, especially my friend here, sabi niya she's seeing different colors. The last time it was just blue and purple, but now it's rainbow already. It was so amazing for her. And yes, for me, Master, this one's really, even though it's today is full moon, or this week is full moon, the energy is just so, just very calm for me and not too much. Yeah.
So thank you, Master.
Yes, thank
Naturopaths
you
in
po.
Manila is always grateful to have you here. And I'd like to excite our viewers because, viewers, we have so many things to do with Master Danny in the upcoming month. So watch
Yeah,
out.
we're so excited. Woo!
We're gonna announce that here. So tune in with us. Let this excitement be uphold first. But Master Danny, so thank you so much for always being so kind, generous to share your knowledge and your energy to all of us
Thank
here,
you.
especially to all our viewers continuously tuning in with us. Everyone, Master, saying thank you, Master Danny. I'm receiving messages from Brazil, from India, from Ecuador,
Wow. International.
saying thank you. Of course, from
Brazil.
Philippines. Yes, Master, I'm seeing a lot of messages here
Ah,
coming. Yes, and they are saying we are from India, from Ecuador, from Brazil, from USA, Master, from Singapore, from Malaysia, Master.
Wow.
So everyone is tuned. Everyone was meditating with us a while ago, Master. And guys, this is going to be also next month. We're gonna have
Of
Master Dan
course. Yes.
promise that he will facilitate this meditation, but we would appreciate your feedback, any kind of experiences that you have, because Master Danny would want to actually find out what is the effect, how he will be able to more beneficial to us. So your feedback, regardless of what it is, will be much appreciated because we're going to turning the feedback to Master Danny. So I hope to receive that. You can message me and Pink. You can probably message us, and then definitely your message will be received by Master Danny. Right, Master Danny?
yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
for now, uh, like what I've said, tune in with us. Because we have so many things to be working with Master Danny Gorgonia. So it's gonna be so exciting. Yes, but for now, we want to say thank you very much, and have a blessed day and week ahead. Master Danny said, do this meditation not only because of full moon week, but if you
Yeah.
do this regularly, you will really experience some sort of bliss. But not only that, because in pranic healing we are very practical. We want that this meditation will fuel us to translate any positive good results in our life and the people around us, because that is the bottom line. Why do we need this kind of energy? Because we want to bring results, good results in our life. Yes, Master Danny?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you
So
for
yes, go
having
ahead,
me here.
Master Donnie. Please say something to our viewers before we end this show.
Uh, Thank you to the Naturopaths of Manila. Thank you, Judith and Pink. I hope you're not getting bored with my
Definitely, we're not
uh,
master.
presence here. To all the viewers, I hope you like the meditation, especially those who are doing it for the first time.
Mhm.
And I've been doing this meditation for several years now, but it's always getting revised. So I'm not really sure now what is the effect on me, and sometimes there's a tendency to be biased. And that's the reason why it would be really helpful if you could give us some feedback how it has affected you. including the if there are any adverse effects. It would also be helpful to find out
Correct.
what are the untoward things that may have happened. Of course, we have to recommend that those who are suffering from, for example, heart ailments, some parts of the meditation might not be advisable for you to do the part where you focus on the heart. So just be careful with the meditation. It's helpful if you have some pranic healing background, or if you have friends who know pranic healing, you can consult with them on some of the things, the do's and the don'ts. Okay, so
Correct.
thank you once again. Hope to see you all next time.
Yes, of course, Master. So, like Master Danny said, we will appreciate any kind of feedback that we will receive from everyone right now who joined us. Any adverse effect that would be so much appreciated. Please message us because, like Master Danny said, he really wants to know how this meditation affect us. So regardless of any messages, we are so open to receive that feedback. So please don't hesitate to let us know so that we can share this information to Master Danny. All right. So as you all know, Master Danny is always excited to be with us every month. Okay. But for now, we're saying goodbye to everyone. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate your presence and your energy meditating with us as led by Master Danny. But saying have a blessed day and week ahead, everyone. Yes, Pink?
Yes, have a blessed day and week ahead to everyone. Thank you for meditating and praying with us. And see you again next month for another meditation on a full moon week with, of course, Master Danny Gorgonia. See you guys. Bye.